Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Christy. Today I'm going to show you real quick how to make some jalapeno poppers. I have some pretty nice ones that I found at Albertsons today. Check out the size. And we're in January. That's pretty cool. I'm going to show you a trick that my dad taught me a while back. So if you are a weenie like me and you can't do heat, the ones that don't have too much of a bend in their stem are going to be pretty mild. And these ones that have more of a bend in their stem, they're going to be a little bit hotter than these guys. And I'm going to use some Philadelphia cream cheese and some bacon that I got in my butcher box. These are pretty much the traditional ingredients for a jalapeno popper. And it's pretty quick. There are several ways that people like to cut theirs. Some people just cut the top off and hollow them out and shove the cream cheese in that way. But for me, I like to get things done quickly. I have the rest of dinner to make while I'm making these. So I just slice them right down the middle, the stem and all, and then I can get to de-seeding them pretty quickly. I only did 6 peppers this time because these guys are pretty large, so they'll be fine. So you just you get your bag and you take your spoon and you hollow out the inside of the pepper because that's where it holds its heat, is in the seeds and in the stems. So I just get a spoon and I scrape all of that out. If you are sensitive, I would wear some gloves while doing this. In the past, I have put a little bit of oil on my hands, and that helps as well. And then you get it all nice and clean. And if you're still afraid that they're going to be a little warm, you can soak them in cold water while you're finishing the rest of them. Now that we've got everybody de-seeded and deveined, we're going to pick whichever cream cheese you like to use, and we're going to fight with the package like I do with every other package to try and get it open. Now that it's open, I make it easy for myself, and I usually divide it with how many peppers I have. So these are 6 pretty large ones, so I'm just going to eyeball somewhat similar amounts of cream cheese into 6 pieces, and then you just take your peppers and you get your cream cheese and you start putting that in the peppers. And as long as you have clean hands, you can use either your spoon or if you want to press it in with your fingers to get it all smoothed out to get it fit in the pepper. And then you just put the other side back on. I do take the end of the spoon and clean up around the seam because I am going to be putting these guys in the oven because it is like 12 degrees outside, and I don't want to put them on the charcoal grill. However, that is the best way that I do like to enjoy them. But in the wintertime, I will do everything the same. And then I have a cookie sheet with like a liner on the bottom, like a little raised grate thing, and I just put it in the oven at 375 and I rotate them as they're cooking so the bacon can get nice and crispy, and that's it. All right, guys, we've got all of our peppers stuffed. So now we're getting close to the end of enjoying these awesome stuffed peppers. So I just take my pepper and then I grab my bacon. This is the bacon that I did get from my butcher box. I enjoy it. This is one of my free items that I get every time I order my box. You can always check out the butcher box videos to see what we got in ours. And then I just take a toothpick, and my bacon was cut in an odd section, so I'm going to use a couple of toothpicks to hold down any of the loose sections to try and keep it on the pepper as it cooks in the oven. So I got one. Let me show you how I do another one. So you just take the pepper, and I'm basically trying to seal up the seam as best I can as I'm wrapping the bacon around the pepper. You just do the best you can. It's going to be delicious either way. And then you take your toothpick and you stab it through to try and stabilize the bacon onto the pepper. And now I'm just going to finish up wrapping the bacon on the rest of the peppers. And as I do it, I'm setting them on the cookie sheet. And I do have my oven preheating to 375. All right, guys, this is a tray that I was talking about. I just put them on there the best I can, separate them so that they can get some air in between them, and then put them in the oven for 375 for about 30 minutes, rotating them often so that the bacon can cook. This one kind of came off and he's a little funky, but it'll still be tasty. Okay, guys, we're going to test my theory, or what my dad told me that I told you earlier about the stems. So I got one that was not much of a curve. Not hot at all. Tastes exactly like a bell pepper almost. I hope you guys liked, enjoy, and share. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening.